My name is Dr. Aubrey Wallace, and I'm here to talk to you about my medical intuitive readings. If you come to see me for a medical intuitive reading, what you're really looking for is getting a deeper insight into what are the underlying factors that are contributing to your health. And I say that because most medical intuitive readings are actually done by people who are not medically trained, who intuitively scan your body and try to assess what might be going on wrong with it. It's a diagnosis or something wrong with your body on the energetic level. My medical intuitive readings are different. I can use my doctor brain to diagnose. So most of the time my readings are trying to take a diagnosis or take a set of symptoms and look underneath for what are the causative factors for those and what is the fastest way to get you back to your health. My readings generally include two parts. So the 90-minute reading, which is the comprehensive one with the body map, that includes me drawing a body map for you. So I actually do a meditation prior to meeting you, and I draw a picture. And the picture is a map for me to interpret your energy field. So I have an example here of a body map. So this body map expresses one snapshot of this person's life most recently. But if you look, I have drawn a few body maps for her over the years. You can see each time I do a map, there's a completely different expression for her of what's happening in her life. Here's one that's a little bit older. And here's one even older than that. So there can be a lot of variance even for one person in what comes through on the map. Each map also has significance in the different colors, the different positions of the map. Each part of the map is significant for me in reading what's happening with the energy field. This is a good example of the different chakra balances that come through in the map. So in this case, you can see the chakras are indicated by little dots in each of the chakra centers. Also on a body map, actually each chakra area is represented on the positioning on the map. So in this map, this person has a very strongly open crown chakra, really steadily connecting in to the spiritual level for an evolutionary growth leap. That's what that color means. As opposed to this portion of the map where you can see she actually was having a big transition. She had a huge opening on her crown chakra, and she was having a lot going on that was stressing her out at that phase. In the earlier one, you can see too, so this one still represents the chakras, although you can see them a little on her. The entire map is actually a representation of her chakra system. So when you see she's off center with her body map, it actually means that she's not feeling like she's the center of her life. She's not able to stand front and center in the middle of her own energy field. And in fact, she was kind of feeling tucked back down in the bottom left corner of this map. So this would actually be the feminine side of the page. She was kind of tucking down into the feminine aspect of her life. And you can see on the masculine aspect, she has this beautiful green ladder that she can use to climb up the ladder towards the sun, which was healing for her in this case. So on a map like this, you might look at someone and say that their chakras don't really look like they're in very good balance. They're having a little bit of time feeling able to come out to the world. Each map also has significance in the different parts of the body. So the hair on a map represents how other people see you use your power in the world. So in this case, she has a lot of power. It's coming through in hot pink, which is the color of like love and action, loving people towards their potential. And it's been braided. So it's her, she has a lot of power, but she's kind of keeping it under control, under wraps, so that other people don't get nervous around her. And she swept it around to her right side, meaning that she's kind of showing it in a little bit more of a masculine aspect than she would be if it were swept to the feminine aspect. The face on the page means how people just see you, what they see when they first have an impression of you. And this color for her was actually like the color of delicious, right? So people will come up to her and look at her and think, man, you look delicious, and we'd like to hang out with you. The arms represent how you feel you can act in the world. In this case, the right arm, the masculine side, actually is tucked back behind her, and it's red. So the red color actually represents just how you can act in the physical world, and it's been pulled behind. And that symbolizes feeling like you can't do anything right now. You're kind of having life is pulled back from you being able to do anything. And her left arm, the feminine side, this is how you receive in the world. This one was the color of nutrition. So this was all about having healthy lifestyle choices. And it looked like right now she wasn't receiving very well with that hand. She was kind of using her nutrition just to hold herself together and get through the day. Usually the body maps will show legs going into the bottom of the screen, bottom of the map, excuse me. And you can see in each of these maps, this person does not have her legs on the bottom of the map. And that actually usually represents not feeling very grounded into the family of origin or feeling grounded where you are on the planet. In the two earlier maps, she was kind of on the ground or grounded in, but being grounded, she was actually just grounding into the mom side of the map, not the dad side. This one's interesting. In this map, it looks almost as if she's feeling disjointed. She just has pieces of her showing to the world. But the one piece that she's showing is that she has this very feminine, very beautiful aspect of her that's grounding into nature. So as you can see, the body maps vary a lot, and they really are trying to give you an impression of what's happening for you. What are your guides trying to show you about your strengths? What are other people seeing from you? And kind of a snapshot of, how you doing. The second part of the reading is a lot more specific into the details of things that would be contributing to your health. So this part is called the window of health. Okay, I'm gonna hold that up a little bit. So the window of health is actually a window that my guidance gave me to help you understand the different factors that are contributing to your health. The way I think about it is the frame of the window, those are the more solid aspects of health, the solid factors in your life that are a little bit harder to change in order to bring yourself back to health. And then inside the window, those are the parts that you can actually do quite a bit about, and it's pretty easy to bring them back into balance a lot of the time. When these are cleared up, then your light shines through your window and you're healthy. Okay, so when I do a reading, I ask you for a couple of factors, or we work on one health issue or 2 or 3 symptoms at a time and try to get answers via guidance about this window of health. So if this person was for example, was trying to figure out why they have insomnia, and I asked my guides before the reading, and I get, 6 and 3, right? So if I got a 6 on this, you can see that there are different numbers. The 6 actually represents an ancestral pattern. So if this person's having insomnia, I would have to look into some ancestral influences and why that insomnia was happening. And a 3 would be an allergy. So they would actually be having some sort of an allergic response in their environment that would be contributing to their sleep problem. The factors that we cover on the window of health include infection, toxicity or environmental toxins, allergy, structural issues. So this includes almost all lifestyle factors. So genetic issues, musculoskeletal problems, so pain in the musculoskeletal system, chemical imbalances, and nutrition. And then the outside of the window, you're going to see beliefs, so limiting beliefs usually, ancestral patterns, geopathic stress, or other major stress factors impacting more of a global stress type impact on you, and then others. The other category can be past life issues, life purpose is kind of driving you into the illness you're doing, entities, other things like that would fall into this category. Each reading also has which chakra we need to focus on, that is the one that's out of balance for you. And sometimes those will come in with a color gray on the body map. So you can see here on this map, she's got a little gray here and a little gray here. So I would want to look and say, is there something going on in the throat center? Is there something going on in the second chakra? But I would only get one that we would focus on. So for this reading, I believe it was the second chakra, okay? So if she had a second chakra imbalance, usually that represents not being able to feel like you can get out and take a risk in life. Your power is not engaged, or you're having problems in money, sex, relationship, those areas, okay? So if it's oftentimes, people will also start to see symptoms in that if they're having a second chakra issue in, hormonal balance or PMS, that sort of thing. So if we see that she has a second chakra imbalance, then my guides will also give her what is her strength, you know, what will get her out of her imbalance in her second chakra. And you can see on this picture, she has this beautiful, strong fourth chakra, right? It's this huge green heart chakra. And probably most likely she's going to have to connect into her community, find the things she loves to help her bring herself back into balance. And she may need to start taking a risk in order to get out of that second chakra stagnation. Each reading also has a system of support. So these come in just directly from the guidance. So things that some of the main factors that you have in your life that are there to support you no matter what. The main, like I said, the main focus of this reading is to help you find the tools for health, not to discover illness. Okay, so we're looking for what makes you healthy, how can we get you there faster, and it's fun. So come and play.